Hi there, I'm Dale Mathis, your accordion teacher, and today we are going to be exploring lesson number 9. And in lesson number 9, we're going to be talking about songs in the key of F. Everything we played so far has been in the key of C, so it's been centered around your C bass and chord. Well, this new song that we're doing for today, Bicycle Built for Two, everything is centered around the F bass and chord in your left hand, and you're going to have a new bass and chord. You're going to be dealing with the B flat, which is right below the F. So let's take a look at that. I'm holding the Roland FR4X accordion, although when I recorded the songs, I used the Roland FR8X accordion. Both of these instruments are 120 bass instruments. So if you have an instrument that doesn't have this many bass buttons on it, you will still have everything that you need for this lesson and for many more lessons to come. Even if you only have a 12 bass accordion, it's still going to work. I have to put this down a little lower. There we go. All right, so here on this accordion is my F bass and chord. It's the one with the little indent in it. So right below that is the F. That was the C. Here's the F. And below that is the B flat. So this song, Bicycle Built for Two, your accompaniment goes like this. And then you have the B flat chord. And then back up to the F. And then you go up to the C chord. And you're alternating, so it's between C bass and C chord, and then the G bass and G chord, or C chord. And then next chord is an F. And now you have to jump up to the G chord. So 2 buttons up. And down to C. So that's the left hand part to this song. In the right hand, you're going to be dealing with notes that make up an F chord, and right in the beginning of this song, it goes Daisy, Daisy. Remember singing that song? Anyhow, all 4 of those notes, here you have a C that I'm playing with my little finger, and an A that I'm playing with my 3rd finger, and an F that I'm playing with my 2nd finger. That makes up the F chord. And that chord is what we call in the root position, meaning that the name of the chord, F, is the lowest tone that's sounding, and then there's an A and a C. And if you follow this melody through, it goes Daisy, Daisy. So that C is another note from the F chord. It's an octave below the one that you started out with. But both notes are part of the F chord. So I'll bring my bellows back in here, and let's play this very slowly. Now my 2nd finger is right there ready, and now in my left hand I had to move down to get that B flat. Now, I hope you have downloaded the music at this point. If not, please go to mycrownmusic.net and download the sheet music for this tune under lesson 9, because the next thing that, there are instructions that you can see all written out here, and it will just help you in addition to what I'm saying, verbally. you'll also see all of these things that I'm talking about because I have the fingering numbers written down, and more importantly, what I want to address at this second is you were playing this. And in the right hand right now you have a tie. It is that line, that curved line that is connecting the two C's, that middle C in your right hand. So when you have that tie, you do not lift up your finger and you do not change bellow direction. You've got to keep your bellows going in one direction because otherwise it sounds like two separate notes. I'm just going to demonstrate the way not to do it. So it's... And you see how that sounded like da. So it sounded like two separate notes. Okay. So that is the gist of what is new for Bicycle Built for Two. So remember, key of F. Oh, I missed one thing. There is a key signature. So let me see if I can bring my music stand right here in front so you can see what I'm talking about. Right here is the key signature. Let me just bring that up a little bit, or bring this down. There we go. And in that key signature, there on the B line, you've got this marking called a flat. And what that's telling me is every B in this song has to be played B flat, or the black key. And so that B flat is 1/2 step lower than B natural. And also in our left hand here, where it's marked B in the bass section, and you see the name of the chord here is B flat, well, the B in your left hand gets played B flat. And you don't have to worry about doing anything special other than just reaching for the buttons below the F chord. Okay, so that is Daisy Daisy. And let me stop the camera here for a second and we'll reset up for Aloha Oe. Okay, I'm back with you for the song Aloha Oe. And you know, da 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 da. This was the Queen's song from Hawaii, written back in the late, I think it was 1891 was the year when she wrote this song. That was when the state of Hawaii was taken over by the U.S. Marines, and it was an invasion, and they locked up the Queen and Liliuoko'oi, that might be how her name is pronounced, I forget. But they locked her up in the, what did they call it? The state, like the governor's mansion or her home, and she couldn't leave. And during that time period, she wrote this song, which of course is an anthem now for Hawaii. But now let's address what we're doing to play the song. So again, we were talking about the F chord, and in Aloha Oe, we have an F chord that we're going to be doing, and we're going to be building the chord. So let me show you my keyboard. All right, so the song starts like this. So those are all notes from the F chord. If you recall in the bicycle tune, we went this way. Well, again, those same note names are going to be used for Aloha Oe. So we had C, A, F, C. And in Aloha Oe, we start with the second finger on G, and then put your thumb underneath to get the F. And then you're going to hold on to the A, add the C, and add the F up on top. So it goes. And then the next thing that you see is there's an A and an A flat. So finger it with your thumb that you have on the A, and then use your second finger to hit the A flat. And now you're going to build up a C chord. So it's G, C, E. All of those notes make a C chord. And if you play in your left hand your C basin chord, just hold both buttons in. And you play all three of these notes in the right hand, you'll hear that everything harmonizes beautifully because everything is made up of the same notes. All right, so. And then I end with a full F chord, and then a C chord. And that same chord progression, when you play those notes, that's similar to doing in you know, the hymns from the 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. They all did an amen at the end. That's basically what you're playing is. So the C note stays down while you change your notes in the chords. And hold on to the C. So you could, just to keep it, you know, this is like when I was in college, we did ear training exercises, and this amen was a good way to recognize one of the chord changes that we had to learn to recognize by ear without seeing any sheet music. We would hear it in a piece of music somewhere on a recording or whatever, and we would have to identify, well, what chords did they move between, and we'd have to know that by ear. And a cheat was sing amen, amen, and so that was always a way to recognize moving from the 4 chord to the 1 chord. So a little bit more of music theory introduced into this lesson. And now I want you to stay tuned, because in the lesson 9B, the theory lesson, we're going to be talking about the theory of doing minor chords. So again, I'm Dale Mathis, and this is the Slow and Easy Accordion course. And of course, all of the accordions that are used here are sold by Crown Music in Sun City, Arizona. And these are really phenomenal instruments for you to learn to play on. They, even though, you know, they're not in the price range of a $300 or $400 used accordion, they are terrific teaching instruments because they are quite easy to play, and they have headphone jacks on them so you can play and practice in private. And like the one that I'm holding is only 19 pounds, so it's easy to manipulate and hang on to. And so if you're interested in purchasing one of these, you can give Donna Thomas at Crown Music in Sun City a phone call. Let's put her phone number here, and stay tuned for lesson number 9B, the theory. We're going to be talking about minor chords. So until next time.